Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela. What do I do when my life is falling apart at the seams? I film a very trivial Bath and Body Works video talking about the products that I'm using up right now. So that's what we're doing right now. This is my fall body care from Bath and Body Works. Project Use It Up update edition that I'm going to do. This is going to be kind of just touching base and seeing where I am with everything and keeping myself on track. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the one thing that I actually fully used up out of this edition of this project that I'm doing. It's this shower gel and marshmallow pumpkin latte. The packaging of this is from 2019 and it was in a couple projects before. This bottom line right down here is where I started it. It was super simple for me to finish, on top of the fact that I really love this scent. This is probably one of my most favorites that they come out with, and I'm really happy they come out with it all the time. So there's that. As far as everything else goes, I'm going to cover the things that I've made progress on, and then I'm going to talk about very briefly the things that I haven't made any progress on. So that's why it's going to be so brief. The first thing I'm going to start with talking about is the hand cream that I actually used a few times. It's this champagne apple and honey in this year's packaging, which is cute. The packaging itself is cute. The scent is probably not my favorite at all, and I think I knew that, and that's why I didn't own any of it, but I picked this up with a free coupon, and figured why not, and I just don't really like it, so I'm going to use it as I can, and we'll just see where it goes with that. Okay, so for body creams, I've only used a few of them. The first one that I've actually made any progress on is this Everlasting Magic, one of this year's Halloween scents, and I've made a tiny dent in this. A little bit was used before the project started, but I enjoyed this scent. This is a really good scent. The other body cream that I've actually made a little bit of progress on is this Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, also in this year's packaging. I've made a smaller amount of progress on this one, but not for the lack of me liking it, for lack of just having it less time. I have been using this one, honestly, on my belly. I'm 29, almost 29 weeks pregnant. Actually, what is today? Wednesday. I think today is Wednesday. If today is Wednesday, I'm 29 weeks pregnant today. So I have a growing itchy belly sometimes, and I've been using this on it when it comes up because it's non-offensive for me, so I've been using this one. But these are the only two body creams that I have any progress on, and it's only a little bit of progress. Again, I'm going to say it, progress is progress. Okay, the shower gels that I've made any progress on are all from last year. The first one I'm going to talk about is Autumn Drive. And I've made a little bit of progress on this one. I'm not mad about it. I enjoyed this scent. It's a nice berry autumn kind of a scent, and it's not like super spicy or anything like that, so it's a good option to have. This next one, I guess technically, I think it was produced in this year, but it's from last year technically. It's Vanilla Mocha Martini. And this one I used a single time once, and it's okay. I don't know that it's like super stellar, and I definitely would not pick it up again going forward, but yeah, so I have a single time use progress on that one. The next that I'm going to talk about that I've used is Cozy Season. This one I've made a little bit more progress on. It's an okay scent. It's definitely more of like a perfumey type of a scent, but like more fall-y perfumey, if that makes any sense. I'm just hardly using actual words. It's fine. It's fine. I enjoy it. Okay, so the final shower gel that I've actually made progress on that I have to talk about here is this Cinnamon Donut Swirl from last year SAS. I used this a single time and like barely a single time, but I used it enough to make a mark, so there we are. So the same thing with the shower gels I'm going to talk about with Define Fragrance Mists. I didn't make a lot of progress on things, but I was really just kind of trying to focus on a select few to make any bit of progress on, like any bit of progress, because progress is progress, so I just try to do what I could do. Okay, the first Fine Fragrance Mist that I'm going to talk about is this Toasted Praline and Pear. The line on this one is a little bit below the label, and I enjoy this scent. And so that's where I am on the Toasted Praline and Pear right now. The next one I'm going to talk about is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. This one has actually been in multiple projects so far. The bottom line is where I am right now. That's what I have to say about that. And these last two that I've actually made progress on are from this year. I have the Everlasting Magic. This one I organically used for a while at first when I initially bought this. And then I was using it in this project, so it's a little bit of both, but it's all from like the last 2 months time span. So I enjoy this scent a lot. I've made a lot of progress on it just because I like it. I enjoy it so much. I know people are saying that it's Sugar Cherry Crisp, but I don't think it's Sugar Cherry Crisp. I also don't have the Fine Fragrance Mist in Sugar Cherry Crisp, but regardless, I have the shower gel. I don't have the shower gel in this though. So like there's like inconsistencies, but I don't feel like they're the same, but I enjoy them both. So there's that. So the final Fine Fragrance Mist that I've actually used, again, is from this year. It's this Pumpkin Pecan Waffles in this cool fall leaf faceted collection that they came out with. I don't know what you call it. And this one is also just below the label. This one's strong, guys. Like, that was not what I was expecting. Kind of took me off my feet. And again, I'm pregnant and I'm just kind of sensitive to scents, and I wasn't expecting this, and I used this on myself the one day, and I was like trying to wash it off of me. That was a rough day for me, but I do enjoy it as like a room spray. My kids like the scent of it, so that works for that. But so I made a little bit of progress on that, just for that. I guess I'm going to use it as a segue into this one Fine Fragrance Mist that I've actually used a few times, but like not enough to actually constitute any use on the bottle. It's this Midnight Spell. This is one that my boys really like. I mean, it's definitely more masculine than it is feminine, in my opinion, in their opinion too, because they enjoy it. So the times that it's been used has been used by them. So like I know it's been used a few times. Like I've seen them spray it, but not enough to make any marks. So I suppose we'll just keep on with the Fine Fragrance Mist at this point. But again, these are all going to be incredibly briefly spoken about because I haven't actually used them. So the Fine Fragrance Mist that I had put into this edition, that I'm keeping in this edition, but I just haven't used yet. The first one is Sweater Weather in this year's Fall Faceted Leaf Collection, whatever you call it. We have Leaves, also from this year's collection. And then Cozy Season from last year. And again, I didn't use any of these. They were around and they were there for me to use, but they weren't what I wanted to use at the time. So those don't have any use on them. Another thing that doesn't have any use on it is the Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin Hand Cream. Really for no reason other than I have a hard time using hand creams and lotions, which also segues me into the body lotion that I have in this, which is the Sugar Cherry Crisp, and that one also, I didn't use at all. So, just like the Fine Fragrance Mists, I have body creams in here that I did not touch at all, and ironically, they're the same ones as the Fine Fragrance Mist. I have Cozy Season from last year that I didn't use. I have also Sweater Weather in last year's packaging, even though the Fine Fragrance Mist is this year's packaging, they're both Sweater Weather. And the final body cream I didn't use at all was Leaves. I just really have a hard time with scents, being pregnant, and it is what it is. I'm just doing the best I can. Doing the best I can, guys. The whole moral, I guess, of this project is I have been focusing on what I can focus on to try and make as much progress on what I can make as much progress on, and it's not just in one category. This has been pretty much, I'm seeing this pattern among all the different categories that I've been talking about so far, so for shower gels. That was the same thing. And I had also put some Halloween scents in here, Halloween packagings too. And I had not intended on using them until October, so yeah. So speaking of those Halloween fragrances, they're both from last year. The first one is the Wicked Vanilla Woods, which has a decent amount of progress on it. And then I have the Enchanted Candy Potion also in this. And this one I don't really like. Like, if I'm being 100%, definitely not my favorite, but they're both in this and I would like to make some progress on them. So the other two that I have, one is from this year. It's Leaves. And the final shower gel that I put in this that I didn't use is the Sugar Cherry Crisp. This is the final Sugar Cherry Crisp that I have in my collection, which I'm very sad about but I'm also going to be happy to use it because I enjoy it. Yeah, it's not the Everlasting Magic, yeah. It's not Everlasting Magic. It's similar. Like, if you like Sugar Cherry Crisp, you'll like the Everlasting Magic. There's a little bit of differences here and there, of course, so, but like I said, if you like one, I think you'll like the other. So if that's one you really liked back in 2020, you'll like the Everlasting Magic if you get it this year. So that is my brief recap of all the products that I actually didn't use at all, on top of the products that I made progress on, and the one shower gel that I fully used up. I feel like a broken record when I say this, but I am doing the best that I can with stuff, and I feel like I'm just not making the progress that I want to, but I'm doing these videos to really just hold myself accountable, and like, on top of the fact that I'm already busy and like I'm growing a baby and I'm raising 2 kids on top of it, just I feel like this just keeps me going, and like it just keeps me going. So this is what you get. Thank you so much for watching my Project Use It Up Body Care Edition update for fall. I hope everybody has a great day. Until next time.